Pretty tight watch on that, guys. Oh. That's what we've been talking about. It's over the head now.
That's Fluery doing that.
Let's say there it is. We can see it now from our position. I'm sure everybody, of course, watching on television can see it from their position. Hopefully relaxed with their feet up on the couch or jumping up and down in the middle of the living room. Celebrate, everybody. This doesn't happen all the time, but there it is. Lord Stanley's Cup. I agree with David. It may be the most treasured professional sports trophy in North America. Just the shape of it, the look of it, you just know exactly what it is right away. And it is Pittsburgh's right now.
There it is, the moment everybody has been waiting for here in Pittsburgh. The place is going crazy. We see the cup. We see the cup. Here it comes. We can see it glistening in the sunlight.
Sidney Crosby, the youngest captain to ever lead his team to a Stanley Cup championship. The moment I will never forget from this playoff run that the Penguins have come on was the final moment in the locker room before I walked out, and it was Sidney Crosby filling the Stanley Cup with champagne, bringing his father over and pouring a drink for his father. That champagne, you can't imagine champagne tasting any sweeter for a father. Father's Day coming up on Sunday. It was a magic moment.
It certainly was. There's no words to even describe that moment. The sacrifice that family has endured all those years to get where they are. Nothing is sweeter than that moment.
And the one great thing about Crosby, he's so accessible. He does a great job with the press. Evgeny Malkin, he's coming out of his shell a little bit. It's taken him a while to get English down a little bit where he feels comfortable to do interviews. He's got a great personality, and once he gets the language down a little bit more, I think this town, if they can, will fall more and more in love with Evgeny Malkin.
And they've already fallen in love with his parents. They've become celebrities in their own right. People love to look for them at the games, and when he scores, the high fives, the hugs, it's wonderful to see.
Well, and the Malkin's on the back of the truck. We've got the Penguin up on the Conn Smythe Trophy for the playoff MVP. What a run he has gone on there. Sidney Crosby, you think about the draft picks, Marc-Andre Fluery, Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Jordan Staal, the foundation of the team set in basically a 4-year period.
All right, here comes the cup.
Oh, and Marc-Andre Fluery drinking a little taste of the bubbly.
Throwing a little champagne on the crowd.
Marc-Andre Fluery, very, very happy for him. Back in Canada, takes a lot of heat for some of the losses he took as a junior player, but now just solidifies his status as one of the elite goaltenders in the National Hockey League with a Stanley Cup championship. He says the trophy was very light on the ice. I would imagine it's even lighter because this crowd is pushing it up for him over his head.
Doesn't get any better than this. Unbelievable.
On the back of the truck, along with Sidney and Marc-Andre, there is Sidney's dad, Troy, who had that special taste of champagne after the game. And now the crowd chanting, Fluery, Fluery, Fluery. They just love him.
And you have to say, for a young guy like Sidney Crosby, the poise that he has, the success, the poise, you hope he doesn't change. You hope he stays the way he is, very humble, down to earth, very accessible.
I don't think he will, and I think that's a credit to his mom and dad. I think he was raised the right way. He was raised to respect people, respect everyone, and he has shown nothing but that since he's arrived in Pittsburgh. Just an outstanding young man. And it's amazing. He seems like he's been here forever. It's only been a few years, and he's only 22, but he seems like he's 32. He's just so mature.
Well, this town has embraced him, and he has certainly embraced the city of Pittsburgh.
Well, Sidney Crosby, little stumble here on the stage. We don't want to go off. But the crowd, as you can hear, we'll look quiet for a little bit because the crowd really starting to get into this. You can hear the crowd down here at center stage. The magic of television allowing you just to soak in the images.